going on, everybody? This is Healthful Beats. Hope you all having a good day. Apologize about my dog in the background. She's going crazy because some of my family is out of the house. So she has separation anxiety. Doesn't seem to care that I'm here, but she's still upset that they're gone. So if you hear barking, um, yeah, here she is right here. Oh. Yep. Yeah. So, anyways, oh yeah. I wanted to do a live stream. I'm pretty tired today. Been pretty tired the past couple days because, yeah, been street performing a lot and working out a lot and just doing a whole heck of a lot of stuff. It feels like mentally draining things, playing a lot of practicing. I'm practicing fair release on piano, and I don't know, just a couple things. Just working out a lot, street performing a lot, walking on the boardwalk down in Ocean City a lot, and my bag that I walk around with, that I have all of my street performance or busking set up in with my Bose S1 Pro. It gets pretty heavy after you're walking several miles with it on your back. So I would guess it's probably like 26 pounds with everything in it. So walking around with an extra 26 pounds on your shoulders. My shoulder blades have been hurting pretty bad from walking around with that bag on me. But regardless, um, yeah. Um, what have I been up to lately? Yeah. Quit the job that I was working. It was like almost 50 hours a week, and decided to street perform for the summer because the job I had was horrible and it wasn't getting me any of the things that I was promised when I was hired. So I didn't want to proceed any further. Yeah, I don't want to waste my time. So quit it, came here, street performing, back in the beatbox mode. I mean, I'm always beatboxing, but right now I'm beatboxing a lot, definitely practicing a lot. I've been practicing a lot with my metronome, trying to keep steady tempos and, following the beat and coming in on the right um, beat or the right measure, doing phrasing, um, you know, structuring, but through freestyle. Like I'm not structuring and then, you know, making a real composition. So I'm just kind of practicing, making sure that, I'm falling back on the one of the beat and that I'm staying with the proper tempo. And I've been doing that a lot lately, like even doing that just when I'm practicing, like, or warming up for the day. Because I feel like when you warm up with a metronome, I don't know, it almost like embeds maybe a better sense of timing um, throughout the rest of your um, endeavors that day, um, even when you're not using the metronome. So I've been using that more often, hoping that it helps to improve my overall feel um, and groove with the music. Um, so, other than that, I'm working on the pitched vocalized lip oscillation a lot, yet I work on it so much that my face gets sore, and pressure builds up so much, my ears like start to wig out. So I don't know if it's healthy how much I'm practicing this sound. Um, yeah, it's a very interesting sound. I feel like I've done it so much that I can actually feel my teeth like, I don't know, weird slate movements because it vibrates the front of your mouth so much. And it's kind of off-putting in a way, me doing it so much, but I'm trying to get better at the sound. And there's a couple things that I've been really practicing on. Just my control over the intervals between the pitch of the um, original, the lips, the pitch of the lips and the pitch of the voice. I can say right now the pitch of the lips is this octave here, and I can't sing as low as the lips are playing. So you're gonna generally sing an octave above, so the same note, just unison, 12 steps apart, half steps apart. So um, you get a sound that sounds pretty unified. Um, but what I'm practicing to do, I'll tell you which way is easiest first, is going up farther. So having unison and then going up farther and going to like a perfect fifth or another octave above. I can do those intervals up above here, but I can sing down to about here. But for some reason, when I try to sing lower, to get down to this interval, which would be another perfect fifth, like an exact perfect fifth, not an octave plus a perfect fifth. I'm talking like just a perfect fifth away from the lips. What happens is when I try to sing lower, the lips also go lower, so I'm not getting closer. And it's really difficult to control the actual intervals lower than an octave between each the lips and the voice. So I can control the voice up here, but once I try to go lower, it's like the lips want to follow. And I can't seem to just lower my voice down without making the lips move as well. It's makes me really try to push really hard, and that's when I'm like pushing really hard, but it's just not happening. I can't seem to sing that exact interval, um, which is really odd. Um, yeah. Anyways, so yes, I've been working on that sound a lot lately. I just wanted to freestyle for a couple minutes, and then get into maybe a composition um, of sorts. I have not finished any composition since I've started making these types of videos. Um, I have a feeling like when I go to the boardwalk and I'm playing, um, there's a sense of confidence. Like I've been in front of people a lot, playing in front of people a lot. But if there was anything that didn't make me as confident as I need to be or as I want to be, it's my lack of um, my lack of. I have my own beats, like I have my own ideas, but making my own structured original compositions that are exact and that I could repeat exact one for one. Other than covers, I have quite a few covers like that. Um, but when it comes to originals, and usually those covers it's a basic outline of what I think that it's going to sound like, and I freestyle throughout the whole thing. So I'm not one for one repeating the same song like every time. And but I would like to have that ability to do that. 1 second, I'm gonna close my door just so. Yeah, my dog's going crazy. All right. So, um, if there was two things, three things maybe, two of those things could be grouped into one category and the other could be its own. So, three things, guess, in general. I was thinking about what's holding me back from being as confident of a musician as I want to be. I want to be a confident musician. You know, I play piano, I play guitar, I study sheet music, I study music. Um, when it comes to making my own compositions, um, that's where I just have lack practice and time and dedication. And what I'm trying to get to is that one of the things that makes me lack confidence as a musician um, is my lack of compositional skills, or not compositional skills, but compositional repertoire. So, I mean, originals and covers. So, I want solid originals and I want solid covers. Those are two things that I want to achieve, is a set of solid originals. I don't know what that would be. Maybe I'm just thinking out of my head right now, maybe a bare minimum 4 solid original compositions. And when it comes to covers, I mean, I have so many covers and so many like general covers that I can do. I think it's about like 35 covers I can do, but they're more like sketches, like general basic outlines. They're not full fleshed exact songs that I could reproduce every time. So I don't know, maybe 6 bare minimum solid, repeatable, structured covers. Maybe 6 of those and 4 um, original, structured, composed, repeatable, original compositions. So I guess that would add up to 10 in total. And then lastly, the other thing that kind of holds me back from feeling the most confident as I can as a musician is just my voice when it comes to singing. Um, I think I could sound okay sometimes, um, but it's definitely something. My voice, when I seem to raise my voice into any kind of above middle C on the piano, anywhere up there, my voice can reach to the first G after middle C. I don't know. Technically, it's called like G, like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, G4 or something like that, G5, something like that. It can reach there generally, but my voice likes to squeeze and get tight. Um, and even when I try to like hollow my voice, trying to make it, lower while raising the voice, it just sounds kind of unnatural. So my voice has like a sort of limited, maybe octave of like good pitch, or good tone timbre, and then yeah, good timbre or passable timbre. But then once I go in total, I guess I could sing with general confidence 2 octaves, but the timbre of the sound, the half octave above, at the top and the half octave at the bottom, generally seems to kind of cog out to something that either sounds unnaturally low or squeezed and tight. So I don't know. I have a singing voice. I have a voice, but um, it's definitely something I wish was better. Um, but I don't sing an awful amount. Like I mostly beatbox. So it's not like something that has felt like a necessity, or I'm not generally somebody um, who sings lots of songs. I would more or less just prefer my voice to be better for when I create these original compositions um, I'm intending to create. Um, so I've never been like a person on the boardwalk. There's a guy who does karaoke, and basically there's a lot of people who know the full lyric to songs, like every word, and they're singing along, and they're just singing with complete like passion, and you know they memorize the whole thing just by because they've sung it so many times. And I've never been a person to sing along to songs. Maybe I have a couple times, but I don't generally do that. I never really memorized full lyrics, like the full, complete lyric of a song. I've never done that before. I've memorized parts, you know, choruses, maybe a verse here or two, to get a cover through the general idea across. But maybe I just don't feel that strongly about the song that I want to memorize them. Regardless, I just mean that I don't I don't sing as much as I should if I want my voice to be better. Or maybe I'm just not that passionate about it to have a great singing voice. Maybe that's what it comes down to. I don't know. But so, yeah, there's those two categories that I feel are holding me back from being the most confident version of myself as a musician that I would like to be. And those are having complete, structured, repeatable, um, original compositions. Maybe I'm just thinking about this right now, but perhaps bare minimum four of those, and about six complete, structured, repeatable covers. That's one. I'm putting these two fingers together as two ideas into one. And then thirdly would be just, improving my general voice as a singer. So then when I do play these originals and covers, I, I have more flexibility and better tone and timbre. I feel like my voice has a decent amount of range. Like generally, it's from um, a 2 octave range from G to G. But like I said, that when I start to go too high, it starts to get kind of squeezed, and I wouldn't say I'm super confident singing up that range, but I can sing those notes. When it comes to falsetto, I could probably sing an extra, um, half octave above that. So maybe I'm like 2.5 octaves in total. But when it, my timbre, my tone can be polished up with EQ and, you know, some audio effects and stuff like that. But overall, my voice can sound kind of maybe muddy and mid-rangey. I don't know how to say it. Um, Very warm, and I don't know. I, I would like to improve that, but I don't know how to go about it other than practicing singing more. And regardless, those are the two things that I feel are holding me back from being the most confident musician as I want to be. Um, Other than that, I play piano, guitar, beatbox very regularly, study music very regularly, and um, practice beatboxing almost on a daily basis. Sometimes I purposely take off because I don't my face is sore or my throat's sore or something like that. Um, sometimes I don't get around to it, but most days I do a little bit or a decent amount, if that makes sense. But lately, it's been quite a bit of beatboxing, quite a bit. I hope you guys can tell when I do a freestyle here in a minute that, I don't know, the quality of my overall sound might be improving. I hope that, my quality is improving, my proficiency and competence as a beatboxer. So, yeah, I want to do a freestyle off of like a groove that I was creating, and then I suppose we'll get into composition if I can. I mean, I have made these videos, these live streams, like, I don't know, I've done like 4 of them already, and I haven't really made much. So my idea that I had the other day was to do one 1 hour live stream Monday through Friday. So, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that'd be 5 live streams a week. And each of these live streams, I would be practicing live me working on beatbox composition. And that would include, some vocals in there, of course, beatbox vocals, compositions, an a cappella composition, I guess you could call it. But I'd be working on those skills 1 hour a day for those 5 days a week. And that's something I aspire to start doing soon. Because really, I want to be the most confident musician as I can be, so then I can do shows and not feel like, I feel like often when I get in front of people that I'm good at what I do, but I'm lacking in some areas, and because of that, I don't have my full confidence that I should in front of people, that I want to have in front of people. And I think those are the 2 areas that I just explained that are what are holding me back. And if I can improve on those things, then, it'd be great. That'd be what I want. So, yeah. Anyways, I have my Zoom H4n Pro handy recorder. It says that right on the front. I've got a metronome. This is my metronome that I use. It's a guitar tuner. It also has a headphone jack on it. If you wanted to just listen, maybe you are street performing or just performing in front of people, you can plug in your headphones, just have one in your ear, and be playing with a metronome tick, behind you. Got a tuner, metronome. You control tempo, beats, per measure, all kinds of stuff. It's not super complex. One thing that's a little odd about it, by the way, it's called the Korg TM60. I think I got it at like Music and Arts. It's like a Guitar Center store, basically. And there's my dog at my door. One thing that's kind of odd about it, you can see it's at 66 beats per minute. When I click up 1, it doesn't go to 67, it goes to 69 beats per minute. And it kind of goes up in increments instead of going up beat by beat. So you don't have like fine tuning to such an extent. But yeah. Okay. But I've been practicing with this. I'll give an example because why not? I'll just set the metronome to something decent, maybe like 100 beats per minute, in 4/4 time, which means there's 4 beats in a measure, and it has like an accentuated, accented tick for all those per measure, I guess, at the beginning of each measure. So. out of time there. Trying to do something too crazy. By the way, that sound doesn't come out right on the mic for me. It's this collapse click. Doesn't really, I can't seem to pull it off very well on a microphone, but regardless. There's a little trick that I learned from Vocoda's little class, I guess, that he uses often, and it's basically you put the kick and the snare not on the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. You put a kick on the 1 and a snare on the 3, and yeah, it kind of it cuts the time in half for you, not for the metronome, and puts a tick on every hand, which gives you more space to kind of maybe design the beat. So let's try to exercise that. Be like. I'm gonna have to close my door. You back. Gonna leave that closed, even though she's gonna start barking at my door in a minute. Anyways, maybe you guys get the picture, but I was working on some kind of cool grooves between those two sounds that I was just using though. Yeah. One thing I've been working on was adding a kick to the or a snare right at the hit of the sound. It's pretty difficult to get nice and smooth. One thing I would like to experiment would be with you can add some kind of like chops. First of all, you can, if I had the metronome going right now, I can kind of show you what I mean. Like I could go. That's just me starting, stopping, which is one way to add kind of a a chop to that sound. But also you can kind of flick your tongue, which gives you, let me slow down this tempo. Like, I'll do 1 and 2 and 3 and like. Hope that you can hear that there's sort of an accent in the middle of each beat then. And you can flick your tongue in whatever rhythm you want, and you do triplets like. I'm going too fast. But it's kind of a good technique for like when you're doing bass lines that are, you know, not just one note. So, for example, if I was to do, I'm going to do it without the metronome. I don't know what tempo I want to be in yet. But this is an idea that I might want to elaborate on into a composition, into a structured composition. Would be something like this. I think the melody, or the bass melody, the bass line, was like bum 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 bum. I don't know exactly those intervals or whatever, but I think it works as a bass line. So it's hard. It's hardest to do the when you start to get higher in pitch with the lips, because the pitch of the lips can only go so high. Elaborate. Can go up to just about that high. I guess you could go higher, but you're not going to be able to sing with it. The voice has to come through that oscillation, so it's kind of fricks it up a little bit, messes it up. They get in the way of each other. So that's where I have some of the least confidence with that sound, is in the upper registers of its capabilities. Oh god, I feel like I froze there for a second. Okay, my dog's back at my door, and I'll be right back. Okay. Let me, the first way that, well, one of the ways, not the first way, one of the ways I've thought about kind of using that sound is just, you know, sort of like this. Oh man, it's so hard. Now, here we have to lower, transpose this whole thing down a little bit. Let's try it out. something like that. Maybe I'm going too high out of my current range, because I know I can get that, but it's shaky for me, like, to keep those pitches right on. So I've also made a sort of bass line. It was like that's another sound I'm always trying to get better, is my skiller roll. That sounds been something I've been able to do for a long time, but it wasn't until I started getting this technique down, that I feel more confident. It was adding a um, to the patterns. Because that's basically the position that you're holding when doing the. It's basically the pattern, the position that you're holding. That's always been a technique I wanted to, get good at, was this back and forth between an in and out lip oscillation, the and the inward and outward OD bass. Or something like that. Certain people that I knew when I started maybe within a couple years of when I started beatboxing, could do that technique really well. And I always wanted to get good at that because I thought it sounded really cool. like that. I don't know. Largely because I learned the extended water drop sound, I guess people might call it. It's basically a hollow whistle with a water drop to finish it, which makes this one cohesive water drop sound. Going into some way too over the top fills there. But yeah, you can add a onto an outward K, which is kind of a cool technique. I guess you could add it anywhere, because that's an inward. Just right after. It works really well on outward K because it's I was going to try to do something like that. I'm going to have to change the title of this live stream because I'm almost done live stream. I'm going to finish at an hour, I think, at the most. But I will not have made any complete compositions today. But I do want to do, I was thinking Monday to Friday, like I would do a 1 hour live stream, every day. And that would be my focus, would be beatbox, vocal composition, a cappella composition, whatever you want to say, songwriting. So whether that be an original or a cover. There's a couple of covers that I think would be interesting that a lot of my covers, they're not new songs. They're more like traditional songs that a lot of people have heard over many years. So what I mean is it's not just like new kids that could or young people who would enjoy it, but older generations might like it. Like when I heard this that sound, um, it reminded me of this song. Oh God, what is it called? Can't touch this. Can't touch it. Bum ba da bum ba dum ba dum. That melody, but with that bass, I thought could work. Let me try it out. But I thought that could be a cover idea, because a lot of people have heard "Can't Touch This," um, and I can make it into beatboxing. If I can't do a cover of that song, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I should be able to. It's sort of simple. I listened to the lyrics; they're a little bit more complex, but I think the backing track might be simple to cover. But if I went da 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 with the and you add, some of the lyrics in and go back and forth. Um, so yeah, I think that could be a use for me to use that sound. So as I have to find out, original ways of using that sound to make, covers perhaps people have already made before. And that's definitely one I've never heard anybody beatbox. Can't touch this. So. I don't know the words. I don't have a other than can't touch that. Can't touch this. There is a part that it says like hammer time, and then it ba-dum, 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 something like that. I don't know how I would implement that part of the song, but yeah. I like that sound. The first one that I did, it was like. Yeah. I also think so I can do inward OD bass, which sounds like but I sort of sound, I feel like that doesn't sound very clean. Some people do it a little bit more airy. But this hollow side click roll sounds pretty good. It's like I feel like that's more the effect that you're probably wanting. Instead of a I don't know. It's a tough sound for me. I'm excited that I'm able to get that through on the microphone now, because people kind of know that sound from people usually like flick their cheek and they'll get a water drop sound after doing it. I haven't done it that way in a long time. Something like that. But I like to be able to do it without flicking the cheek. But people know that sound, so when you're doing it on the boardwalk, they're like, hey, he's good, because he's doing something well that I've heard of sort of before. Well, I made up this sort of pattern yesterday. It was, or a couple days ago. It was basically so. I was trying to mimic the with try to get that sort of same, I don't know, note hit. I don't know what that is. But the anyways. But I like that sound, that little little thing I just did there at the end. But you can add a, instead of a, what the pattern is, you can add a, ah. I got it. I had to take a breath there somehow. I don't know. Sometimes I'm trying to just search for a way to end like the beat on the beat, but it's tough sometimes when you're freestyling, you know. So something like that. I don't know. I get a little sloppy if I go a little too fast with that sound, but I like the. I don't know which way I do it. I think it's. And you can kind of alternate. Wow. Yeah. Those two sounds though took me a really long time to even be able to sort of do, which I can sort of do them now. But the inward and outward OD, the outward OD took me, I don't know, like 3 years to try to get it. You know, I've been trying to get it, and it took me a long time. And then even so, I always wanted to roll the sound in the center of my tongue right here, but I can really only do it on the side. Like if I turn my tongue to the side, I'm doing it over here. Maybe a month or so ago, I was like, I'm not gonna try doing it in the center. There's no reason to obsess about doing that sound in the center of my tongue. Yeah. Sometimes I'm OCD like that, and I just want to do it a certain way, but just do it the way that's optimal for you. You know, get it done. So. And also the inward OD bass, I made sort of like a rip sound, like a rip off sound of inward OD bass. I think it went like, what's that? Yeah, that was it, the first time I did that. It's basically inward OD bass, but without the proper breathing position. I'm going like when it's not, when you actually do inward OD bass, it's more of like a I know my face looks nuts when I do that sound, but it's almost like you're doing an inward bass. I try to not add inward bass to the sound. I don't know. Those are all sort of like experimental sounds. They kind of just, they're fun to play with, but I don't have too many cool beats with them. Okay. Other than with the inward, outward, hollow lip roll, I made a cool beat a little while ago, maybe a couple months ago or so, or more like a year more ago. I don't know how long it's been, but yeah, it was just a low kind of. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, there's some things I can do, so I don't know. That sound took me a long time to get, and I can only barely do it. I never have been able to successfully put that into a beat yet. I don't know. I'm just doing it on my right side. I can sort of do it on my left side. Mainly on my right side though. Okay, I don't know. I just wanted to do sort of a little update and some of my ideas. Wanted to lay them out online for you guys. Probably nobody's gonna watch this, but I just wanted to put it out there because I wanted to put it out there. Other than that, I hope you're all having a good day, good life, everything like that. Hope you all are staying healthy, keeping well. Yeah. On the idea of keeping well, I'll bring this up because I'm just talking to you guys. Or talking to myself really. Maybe like a month ago now, probably a month, I started jumping rope, and boy, it's very addictive. I don't know, maybe it sounds funny to say that, but I really like doing it. It's like really fun. And I never jump rope when I was a kid. Um, Maybe I skipped like jumped it 4 times successfully, in a row, but I can never actually, do it. But one second, guys, my dog's back at my door. But regardless, I started taking video of my progress maybe a week ago. I started. So, video of progress isn't going to start about 3 weeks into jumping rope. The first, week, um, you know, I could skip it maybe like 10 times in a row before failing, and there wasn't much happening. So, I'm learning different tricks, learning different jump rope skills, and boy, it's really, really good and fun cardio. It's almost like you can dance and do cardio and practice dancing and basically do a cardio workout. Well, this is sort of similar in the way that you can turn jumping rope into different tricks, different moves, even into certain dance moves, and at the same time, you're getting like a really good cardio workout. And even I jump rope in with barefoot shoes on, so I feel like it really strengthens my feet and my ankles and my calf muscles. I feel like my calf muscles are a little bit stronger. They look, fuller. So my legs look nicer after I started maybe like a month ago or so ago. But yeah, that's something after several months, maybe I'll make a progress video on, because why not? I really am enjoying that. I brought this up because I was saying stay healthy, stay well, everybody, because exercise and physical activity is a part of staying healthy and well and keeping mobile. So I just wanted to bring that up because it was just a thought. That's what I've been doing lately to stay mobile and healthy and physically active is jumping rope, and it's really fun. You guys should try it out. The rope that I bought was only like $10 at Dick's Sporting Goods, and just get like a basic rope. You don't need a speed rope or weighted rope or nothing like that. And yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Anyways, peace out, everybody. Hopefully, I'd like to be, not hopefully, but I want to start. Maybe not this Monday, but the Monday after, Monday through Friday, I would do a 1 hour live stream. A 1 hour live stream every, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, on Beatbox composition. And I hope I can, after doing it so often, get into a steady flow, a mental flow, picking up ideas. And if I do this for however so long, so I think that's how it's said, however so long, I don't know, for a good period of time, hopefully those skills will develop and I will create some, I just said at the beginning of this live stream, I'd like to make probably bare minimum at least 4 confident, structured, composed beatbox songs, compositions that are repeatable and for me to play over and over and over again the same way with the same sound placements, exact, so I could play that song the same way, play it 1 hour to the next hour, I could play it the same way and be confident. And when you get to the point where you practice something over and over again and you practice it the same way, you get to a point where you just say, okay, play that song, and you don't even have to think, and you've trained those muscles to do it, that it just becomes autopilot. Like, I'd like to be able to do that, but with original pieces. And so 4 original pieces and at least six cover songs. I'm just trying to increase my confidence as a musician, and I told you guys at the beginning what those kind of factors are that I want to increase. And Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. All right. Peace out, everybody. Just wanted to say hello. Goodbye.